This section is this pilot delivered a baby me up like a toss. Like so the link to the video will be the description below. Go and check them out. So let's into this vaccine 3, 2, 1. Oh. Oh.
Nobody on Flight 247 knew the pilot was pregnant. Not the crew, not the passengers.
Really?
Not even the airline's medical team, who had cleared him for duty that morning without a second glance. Only Daniel knew. And Daniel was 30,000 feet below, sitting by his phone, waiting for a call that wasn't coming. Captain Reza was 32 years old and had been flying for 9 years without a single incident. He was precise, calm, and completely in control at 40,000 feet, in a way that some people only ever manage on the ground.
Really?
He was also 28 weeks pregnant and had told absolutely nobody on that aircraft. The flight from Dubai to London was 7 hours and 20 minutes. Reza had done it 40 times. He could fly at half asleep.
Really?
What he could not do was prepare for what happened at hour 4. The pain started as pressure, low and persistent and easy to dismiss. He shifted in his seat and focused on the instruments and told himself it was nothing. It was not nothing. By hour 5, the pressure had become something with teeth. His co-pilot looked at him once and asked if he was all right.
Yeah, okay.
Reza said yes in the steady voice he used for turbulence announcements. He was not all right. At hour 5 and 40 minutes, his body made a decision his brain was not ready for. His water broke at 40,000 feet over Central Europe, with 212 passengers behind him and 3 hours of flight remaining. He handed control to his co-pilot without explanation. He walked out of the cockpit with his jacket held carefully in front of him and found the senior flight attendant in the galley and told her in a single quiet sentence what was happening. She stared at him for 3 full seconds. Then she moved. The cabin was kept calm. The announcement was careful. A medical professional on board was quietly located, a retired obstetrician in seat 14C who had been trying to sleep for the past 2 hours. She walked to the back galley, took one look at Reza and said, "Well, this is a first." Daniel's phone rang at 11:43 p.m. He answered on the first ring because he always answered on the first ring when Reza was flying. The voice on the other end was not Reza. It was a British woman who identified herself as senior crew and told him in a professionally calm voice that his husband was in labor somewhere over Austria. Daniel sat down on the kitchen floor. The next 47 minutes were the longest of Reza's life. The pain was enormous and relentless, and nothing like the clinical descriptions he had quietly read at 2 a.m. on his phone for 7 months. He held the flight attendant's hand so hard, she later said she lost feeling in 2 fingers. The retired obstetrician worked with quiet, competent authority. She talked Reza through every stage in a low, steady voice that cut through the noise and the fear and the altitude and reached something in him that held on. At 12:31 a.m. somewhere over Germany, a sound filled the back galley of Flight 247 that had never been heard on that aircraft before.
You can do it, you can do it, come on. You can do it, come on.
Small, furious, shockingly loud for something so new to the world. A boy. The flight attendant burst into tears immediately and made no attempt to stop. The obstetrician smiled for the first time in the whole 47 minutes and said, "There he is." Reza held his son against his chest with both arms and shook, Not from fear, not from pain, from something that had no name except that it felt like every hard thing he had ever survived arriving at its destination all at once. The aircraft landed in London 40 minutes later. Reza did not return to the cockpit. His co-pilot brought Flight 247 home, while its captain sat in the back galley holding a baby boy who had decided the world was too interesting to wait for a proper landing. Daniel was at the gate. He had driven to the airport at midnight in the wrong shoes, with his jacket inside out, and arrived before the plane landed and stood at that gate for 40 minutes, not breathing properly. When the doors opened and the flight attendant walked out carrying Reza's bag and Reza walked out carrying their son, Daniel crossed the distance between them in 4 steps.
Oh.
He didn't say anything. He just held both of them for a very long time right there in the middle of the arrivals gate, while people walked around them and nobody minded at all. They named him Atlas, because he had arrived mid-air between countries, between one life and another, carried by nothing except the sky and 2 people who loved him before he took his first breath. Some arrivals, it turns out, cannot wait for the right moment. They just choose their own.
Literally. Wow. There was this pilot deliver a baby me up, but that got tossed. The link to the video will be the description below. Go and check them out and drop a like if you like. And comment below if you want to see more reaction like this one. And subscribe if you're new. And click the bell so you can be notified when I upload and when I post and go live in my bye. Wow.